So the last clip in high speed, it was going to be my last stretch and fold and roll. I feel like my dough has already created all of the gluten strands that all that makes all that stronger, and is more than likely going to prove to be a really good loaf. Right now, I will not keep this in this bowl. The only reason I use this bowl is, for one thing, I just got it and it's really cute. And the other thing is that I don't like to bulk ferment in a rounded vessel. I like to use a straight-sided, semi-straight-sided container with a lid. It just makes it easier to keep track on how much you're of a rise you're getting. So now what I'm going to do, oops, I should have whipped my fingers a little bit more. Just a second. Still pretty sticky. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just place this dough. It already smells good. I love the smell of sourdough when it's actually mixing. And I don't know if you can see it here, but we've got some little tiny bubbles already coming up. So, and that's why I said in the other clip that there's no, I know that there's all those tables out there that give you all of the temperatures and times and where you temp your dough temp versus your room temperature, your house temperature, and you can kind of go by your dough will be bulk fermented, finished doing that, and whatever percentage you want the rise to be in X amount of hours. I feel like my house varies. If I do a small micro bakery out of my home kitchen, and it all depends on where I've started. You know, first thing in the morning, I may get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and start mixing dough. My dough temperature is going to be cooler because my kitchen is cooler at 5 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had my oven on. I haven't just had all of those. It's usually cool in here at night. So that's one of the reasons, you know, I can't go by that. I have to go by sight. That's the reason I use these straight-sided containers. You can already see how it's settled into the bowl. And as it settles more, it will flatten out. Now, Sarah Frank from Sourdough for Beginners, she has been a godsend to me on this journey through sourdough. This was probably the most helpful hint that she gave. The straight-sided container. I don't know if it actually came from her, if she heard it from someone else or what, but thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate you. But I don't want to steer anyone away from their method if they feel like they are, in fact, doing the right thing, because it is. I mean, the temperature plays such a huge role on how your dough rises and everything. The most important thing, I feel like, have a sturdy starter. Have that established starter. We all rush it in the beginning. We've all rushed it. Oh, it's ready. It's ready. You know, it's risen 3 times, or 3 days in a row after feeding. Well, that's great. If it's, 10 or 11 days old, get all that bad bacteria out of there. But for the most part, it's not ready. It's truly, it's not ready. You're going to get an okay loaf, maybe. But the older and stronger your starter gets, I use the same flour all the time, literally all the time. I did have a little hiccup in my starter a while back, and I fed it just not even a quarter of what I used to feed my starter. I didn't even use not even a quarter of that. I used like just a sprinkle of rye flour, and it really did. It helped kind of bring it back, give it a little bit of its oomph that it needed. It began to just give me those great big lovely bubbles when you stir into it and it strings out. That's a beautiful starter. Your starter, it's going to make all the difference. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. I mean, you know, my starter was probably 2 months old before it actually made a pretty decent loaf. But yeah, so that's that. I'm going to let this bulk ferment on the counter for a while. It's actually about 4:55 in the afternoon. Or sorry, no, it's not. I was looking at my oven temperature. I'm seasoning some cast iron right now. But it's 1:48 in the afternoon. It's 1:48 in the afternoon, and we are. I started on this about. It was right around noon, maybe 11:48, 11:49, something like that. And so I've been at it for 2 hours. I just decided when I saw those bubbles on the top of this dough and saw that it was starting to spread out that I was not going to do another stretch and fold. It just looked really pretty and really smooth and with the nice texture. So I said, well, I'm done with the stretch and folds. Yay. That's less hands-on time. So I'm going to let it sit here. I may get to bake it today. I may not. If I get too busy doing other things, my dogs are going crazy. And if I get to it to bake it today, that's great. If not, it's going to go right into the refrigerator in this container. All right. I'll be back with you in another video on the bake. Thank you.